September 22nd, Sprocket Park, Mooring Dock. Welcome back, everybody! Oh, the investigation continues. And today, hopefully, there won't be as much of a sneezing problem as there was in last episode, because I'm recording this a few hours later, so I should be well past whatever the heck that was last episode. I don't know what the heck happened, but anyway, I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Ah, Mr. Wright and Miss Fey. Indeed, it is him. Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Sorin's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. It was totally understandable, really, but shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I am in constant contact with them. In other words, you don't really actually care. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also see to it that he is not up and about. Needs complete bed rest. This is what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? I must return to Master Sorin now, but if you want something of me... Actually, here's Sorin's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the blood stain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I'll see to it personally that Master Sorin gets it back. Thank you. I mean, even if it was, you could just assume that it fell in the bloodstain. I don't even know. Sorin's notebook given to Pierce. Does you do not look inside? Oh, of course not. Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I asked you a few questions about the case? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Sorin. So if you can make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. And by as quick as I can, I mean I'm going to waste a bunch of your time by showing you meaningless evidence right now. Whoa. Even now it is painful to remember the accident. Master Sorin is not the only one who suffers still. The entire Sprocket family who has plunged into deep sorrow. Sorrow they still feel to this day. Now I can understand why Sorin changed so much after the accident. Indeed. That's why I do not want you to bring up the car accident again. Hope you understand. Yes, I understand. So I guess that topic is out. Yeah. Do you recognize this, Pierce? It's not really something I'd care to look at. But it was you and the others who tried to cover things up in the hold, wasn't it? I left that entirely to my subordinates, so I really don't know anything about it myself. Pierce was in charge of handling the guests and relatives, so he must know a lot more than he's letting on. Maybe... Do you recognize this, Pierce? It's not really something I care to look at. But it was you and the others who tried to cover things up in the hole, wasn't it? Isn't it the exact same thing? But they're not letting me skip this time. Left that entirely to my subordinates, so I really don't know anything about it myself. Pierce is in charge of handling the guests and relatives, so he must know a lot more than he's letting on. Yeah, it's the exact same friggin' thing, but they didn't let me skip it. It's so friggin' weird. Okay, so nothing to say about that, huh? Well, the animations could certainly be worse anyway. Alright, I think we're just gonna go ahead and talk to him. I don't think there's really much we can get from this, as far as I can tell anyway. That's the same as before. I don't think there's gonna be anything else here, so let's just, yeah, like I said, let's just talk to him. The cover-up. I'd like to ask about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation. Simply a part of my job. Like a lovely job description. And if you're found out, it sounds like it soils the Sprocket name even worse, so I mean... I have nothing more to say on the matter. I will say, I do not think it is wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. Well, you could give us some information, I don't know. How about the accident? Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident? Where did you find that? Did I not already tell you about that accident? You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time. Oops, my bad. Oh, why did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident. Why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be a natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Sorin's request. What? That is the type of person Master Sorin is. Seems suspicious. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selina's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moment she thought of Master Sorin. Not only did Sorin not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on? Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. I mean, if the accident wasn't Gloomsbury's fault, then like how could Sorin possibly blame him, you know? I mean, I don't know what the nature of the accident was exactly, but I mean, if her car got like T-boned or something from someone running a red light, then that wouldn't be Gloomsbury's fault in any way, shape, or form. So why have a grudge against someone like that? Unless the accident was literally his fault, like, there's no reason to hold a grudge over him. Just saying. Just saying, Phoenix. Selina's last moments. So you were present for Selina Sprocket's last moments? Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. What kind of party was it? It was Miss Selina's engagement party. Gloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selina and Master Sorin's were critical. We were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on what was supposed to be a day of celebration. Next to the surgeon in charge, Master Sorin was pulled through. Miss Selina, the injuries were too severe, unfortunately. ... The last words Miss Selina said to me were, "Please help Sorin." Oh crap, I said I wasn't going to sneeze, and I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Oh boy. Maybe we're good, maybe we're good. Oh boy, okay, we're good. Since then I have attended Master Sorin and tried to help him in any way I can. I see. Selina's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. Shock of losing Miss Selina was so great he quit being a surgeon. He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both was he? Yes, he was Miss Selina's fiancé. What a terrible tragedy! How awful. So where is her fiancé now? Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself. So Selina had a fiancé. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. Probably not, but at the same time, you know, the way these cases go, maybe you will, actually. So are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Sorin? There's nothing more to tell. Can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. But there is that piece of evidence that I still don't know much about. Maybe you'll be able to tell me something about it. You mean... I mean, it's the same thing we did with Sorin. You're talking about this thing? Excuse me. Pierce. Have you ever seen this candelabra before? No. I don't know anything about it. Whoa! Cyclops! I can't believe it. That's amazing. My Magatama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those Cyclops and find out what. Yeah, do it, Phoenix. Do it now. Ah! You're as good as mine, Pierce. Here's the secret. Pierce, you're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you? Well, yes, of course I am. It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes, there's some blood on it, you see. The blood might belong to this person. I would guess Sorin? Sorin has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? No. Whoops. Yes, Master Sorin is indeed injured. Are any of the other people involved with the case injured? Not as far as I know. I see, then let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Sorin could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world would you make me... What in the world would make you think that? Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were found on this candelabra stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Sorin with it. I cannot possibly think Master Sorin is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. It's true that Sorin had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. Even though I still don't think it makes a lot of sense, but indeed. Even though it was an accident, Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Sorin's sister away. Let us suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Sorin with the candelabra. Can you prove it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location for some other reason. Sorry, but I can prove it was related to this case. Oh, really? Sorin's stabbing Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? It's the piece of evidence that ties Sorin's injury to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. I guess I should have went to page 1 for the last page. Whoops. Don't know why I didn't do that. Bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. I mean, did they ever confirm who the blood was from? I mean, they never said it was from Sorin, really. We're just kind of assuming that at this point, really. This blood stain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows us that murder was in the reception hall. Sorin was there during the crime. Gloomsbury wasn't there. I want to say the wrong answers. The murder was in the reception hall. The true scene of the murder was in the reception hall. No strikes means we get to have some fun. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Alright, so I kind of just said the first thing that popped in my mind. But now that I think about it, I take it back. 26 seconds, Mr. Wright. Took you 26 seconds to realize your mistake. Look, just please forget about that one. Okay, Gloomsbury wasn't there. Mr. Gloomsbury wasn't at the crime scene. How's the blood stain on that lift tell you that? Well, I guess it really doesn't, does it? If you insist on speaking nonsense, I will have to ask you to let me leave. No more nonsense this time, I promise. Oh boy, I swear. Sorin's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Sorin was at the scene of the crime. You are very astute, Mr. Wright. Because I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well, I will tell you everything. Oh yes! Unlock successful! Alright, tell us everything. Can you tell me about Sorin's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Sorin himself. As you surmise, Master Sorin was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. Happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Sorin went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That's when Master Sorin was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. I still don't quite understand Gloomsbury's motives in this whole thing. Like, why was he attacking in all these different ways? Even though Master Sorin was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury. So Sorin really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Sorin arrived at the scene, Bloomsbury had already been murdered. So Pierce is saying that Sorin was at the crime scene. But he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I am very sorry. Master Sorin's injury and Bloomsbury's murder were not directly related. So I decided not to mention it, so as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation. Now then, I am sorry, but I am afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. And he's gone. Pierce should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us all a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is the family butler, after all. He sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we learned something new. Sorin was at the scene of the crime. That's true. One step forward is better than none. So what next, Nick? Let's see. Forensics team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. That it does. That it does. Alright, reception hall. It is time for September 22nd, the Flying Chapel Reception Hall. Looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. Wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around now. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate in this room now? Sure, the police are all done. Go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it, too. We'll have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. We'll be careful. I'll be seeing you. Uh-huh. Bye, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? Absolutely. Hey, Maya, any ideas on what to do? I don't know. I really wonder about that Pierce. Yeah, I know what you mean. Seems to have a lot of power over everybody and everything, doesn't he? Actually, what I was really wondering about is that shoulder mech of his. I mean, it's pretty amazing how many things that tiny little contraption can do. Ooh, what if that mech is actually Pierce's true control center, like his brain? Maya? And what if somewhere in Sprocket Manor he has another shiny golden body? And then during emergencies, he can switch bodies and become Super Pierce into Cody. This is what I get for trying to have a serious conversation with a super geek. What to do? I bet all Ellen wants is to start her happy new life with Sorin. Yeah, I bet you're right. But do you think the truth will really set her free? The truth will set you free! All you can do is hope for a job do your job to the best of your ability. And if we can bring Ellen joy that way, all the better, right? Maya. Either way, I think true happiness can only be found in the truth. What are you looking at me like that for? I was just thinking about how wise that sounded. Looks like our little Maya's growing up. When you knock it off, I'm trying to be serious here. Sorry. Yeah. And now Maya's just gonna stare at us with her puffed up cheeks this entire time. People are like, I hate you, Nick! Be nice, Maya, be nice. Did I ever present this to her? This is about the car accident Sorin's sister died in. I bet she would have wanted to see her little brother get married. Yeah. The way things are, I don't think she'll be able to rest in peace. So we'll just have to figure out the truth somehow, for her sake too. Yeah, let's not leave a single stone unturned and push on in our investigation. How about the candelabra? It's quite a fancy candelabra, huh? Maybe she got a few just like it for the altar of the channeling chamber at home. I don't see these things going well with the vibe of Khura'in village. But they're perfect. They can even hold the really big candles. And it looks so cool, too. It's gonna be one electric... Eclectric? Altar once Maya's done redecorating? Right. I think they fought for their lives here on what was supposed to be an uplifting day. Nick, you do realize this is a murder case, right? Huh? Did I say something wrong? What are you thinking making such an insensitive pun about this lift? Wait, what? What do you mean? Maya? Oh, he said uplifting. Ay, ay, ay. What pun? All I said was that it was supposed to be an uplifting day. Oh. That wasn't supposed to be a pun. I strongly suggest you don't say anything like that in front of the Sprocket family. Yes, ma'am. Phoenix, just say that you didn't mean to make it a pun out of it. It just sort of happened, you know? It just sort of happened. Alright, so we're examining stuff then? But what, though? It's not like there's anything new to examine over here, unless there's a shiny thing here. This is where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. This is in police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key? Let's ask the maid about it! God, yeah, she might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question? Oh, of course. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about this key? It's a key that starts up the timekeeper. I kind of figured as much. A startup key. That's right. Oh. The first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together... Oh, how romantic it was. Key of love out of the court record. Well, I wasn't expecting to find that, I guess. First startup of love key ceremony? What exactly did that entail? Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake-cutting ceremony. And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned? Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry, I better be getting back to my work. Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. Maybe. It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it? Yeah, if only it wasn't the scene of a murder, we really could enjoy it. True! It must be tough for the maid staff to work on a beautiful day like today. Oh, we don't mind. Whoa, I didn't think you could hear me that way over there. We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all of the sadness stuck in this airship. Oh, talk about devoted. Sadness in the airship? Oh no. Hey, I think that tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday. Huh? How can you tell? Because the food stains that were there are now gone. I should have known because it's food related. Guess we checked out everything of interest in this area. I guess so. It's still a hot air balloon. Nothing's changed with that. And that's pretty cool, I suppose. Let's look at that in finer details. Nick! What's wrong, Maya? It hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it. Pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? I was just hoping it had changed somehow, you know, so it'd be more interesting. So we need is for things to get more interesting. Yeah, if it gets interesting, then, like, you know, it's gonna be bad, maybe. Model airplane, the perfect decoration for an airline company wedding. And a propeller plane like this lends the room a great old-timey feel. Wait. I forgot to press the B button for skipping. I forgot. Oops. Alright, anything new to say about the door? Ah, jeez. Nope. That's nope. I like how this isn't highlighted, even though we talked about that before. Makes no sense at all. Hey, take a look at that door. I wonder where it goes. Shall we open it up and see? Wait, please don't open that. It's the emergency escape hatch. It's directly outside. You'll fall to your death. Phew, that was a close one, huh, Maya? I'll say. You'll be fine, though. Just bring a parachute. You'll be fine. Definitely not a big deal for sure. Excuse me, is the fog machine ready to use now? No, I'm afraid not. We're gonna put dry ice in it when there's an actual reception. I see, that's too bad. She still wants to blast me with a cloud of smoke, doesn't she? Rip. I guess that was the thing. I thought it was the one on the other side, but eh. Details. Here's the broken lantern all patched up. And I do mean patched. Emma said that this was some of her best work, so I know she put a lot of effort into it. She did it wrong, though. The wheel thing was put in incorrectly. And that's no good. It's pretty smashed up. It must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort at any rate. Huh? Twin handle on the back has some blood on it. Looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Maybe the blood got it there when the killer was putting old Doom and Gloom's body inside. No, not really. That's not what happened, man. Do you see anything else worth noting? Well, there's another one of these lanterns over there. So it might be a good idea to really compare the two later. Broken lantern updated in the court record. I didn't read the updated stuff. Oh no. Let's see. Whoops. You want this? Found in which the victim's body was found. Emma restored it, but something about it still seems off. Oh yeah, she put the freaking wheel on the wrong side, but eh. Okay, wait. We're not done, are we? I don't think we're done. Can I get back in on this? Was there more? Emma must have worked really hard on this. Give me that police lady. She was going at it like a jigsaw puzzle. Oh, not this piece here, not that piece there. Pretty busted up. I can just imagine what a hard time she had figuring it all out. I can imagine too. She should have asked me to help. I would have loved to restore this thing with her. I think it's best to leave that kind of thing to the police. Besides, who knows what kind of liberties Maya would have taken in the process. You never know, man. You just never know. Well, then what else is there to look at, then? Because I think we looked at everything. How about present that? Emma did a pretty good job fixing this guy up. Is it me, or does the Pegable look happy to be whole again? Still, let me look at my notes real quick. Investigate the reception hall. So is there something we're missing, then? Still? Emma had let me do it. I could have made it 10 times cooler. I would have made the wings bigger, given it 3 horns, and painted it all red. But that's not all. It would have ceased to be a Pegable way before that point, Maya. That's right, Phoenix, that's right. I don't know what to think about this key. This key is stupid. I don't like this key. Keep this key away from me. Oh, no. Well, supposedly everything over at the table is already done, so did we just miss something in this area, then? Time to take a look around everywhere and see what we missed, if anything. Do. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe something on this side I missed? Okay. What do we miss? What do we miss that's like super important here? Something here is very, very important, probably. And thus it's the reason why we're still investigating this hall. But it's like, nope, nothing. Just literally nothing at all. You know, I don't care what they say. I'm going back to the table, I guess. I don't know what else to look for at this point. Maybe there's something we are overlooking. Okay. I just don't quite get it. Maybe we just gotta leave, but it still says we're supposed to investigate the reception hall. So it makes me think that there's something we're just outright missing here. But what? But what? Did I not? I swear I already looked at this thing. This is the unbroken Pegable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. So you're supposed to look at that after looking at the other one. Okay, I see. Wouldn't say they look exactly the same, more that they're made up of the same parts. I was gonna say if I couldn't find anything, I'd just go somewhere else and maybe that would help, but I don't know how it would help if I still have to investigate this place. Wait a minute. Or wait, was that Maya? What is it, Maya? I think there's something off about this Pegable. Just about everything about it looks off to me. I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again. Da 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 da. Hey, I know, it's this, right? What? Where? The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the... Well, it's the color of the wheel handle, of course. I thought it was going to make me point at it, honestly. I'm just going to say... Wait a second. Actually, are the horns off too? Or am I just being, like, crazy here? Well, I'm going to just go ahead and pick... It's the color of the wheel, obviously, but I'd say the shape of the horns first because... Lol. Shape of the horns is different, isn't it? How they're curved and their size and stuff? I don't know. The curve and size seem the same as the unbroken one to me. And I guess you're right. They're pretty much identical, huh? In that case... If it's not that, it's the angle of the wings. My god, the angle of the wing is different. And it's attached all wrong. Well, duh, Nick. I could have told you that. Something more subtle. Something that just feels slightly off. You know what I mean? No, not really. Still, maybe it's... Oh, Phoenix. I swear. Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Yep. Emma got the inside and outside wheel handle switched around. Oh, wow, you're right. And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Right. Which means that the blood got on the handle from inside the lantern. Broken lantern updated in the court record. As if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand? Huh. I see. Oh, you think the blood got in there when... Your hero was putting the body in the lantern? It's really hard to say at this point. Yeah. Also, Glimsbury did have a bloody hand, so... I do imagine that's related to his hand somehow. Phew. Well, I think we've checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two doing here? Wait. Is that Edgeworth? I mean, I doubt it'd be Emma again, but, I mean... Wait, what are you doing here? Larry? Oh, never mind. What the frick is he doing here? Sorin, shouldn't be resting in bed. You're injured. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? My notebook. I have to have. Master Sorin. How did he find him here? Master Sorin, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Yes, this is it. So Sorin gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Why does this page have blood on it? Phew. So he's calmed down now. Sorin, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. I guess you're right. Now, if you will excuse us. Master Sorin, let us retire. It's kind of unusual for two people to be on the screen at the same time, and it's not the... Well, I mean, it happened with the twins, obviously, earlier, but still, for characters that aren't them, it's very unusual for there to be two characters on the screen at the same time. Alright. No comment about the blood, though. Okay. There they go! Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. I guess that's the plan. The Wright Anything Agency, you said? Well, everyone, I think on the next exciting episode, we'll go ahead and go right over there. We're gonna see exactly what we can piece together, and does that mean that we're going to the next day of court trial very soon? That's for us to find out, but anyway, everyone, let me know what you thought about today's investigation, and tomorrow we go back to the Wright Anything Agency. Will we be doing the trial tomorrow, or will we not? Leave your guesses below, or in the chat, or whatever you want to do. Until then, I will see you later. Hello everyone, you've reached the end of this video, but before we go for the day, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to the Tier 4 and 5 channel members, Phoenix Edgeworth, Acheron X2, Menthy, and Meister Papala. Thank you all for being awesome and supporting the channel. If you too would like to also get your name shouted out at the end of each video and live stream, shoutouts are available for all Tier 4 and 5 channel members. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll see you all later.